my kitty cat went down. Hey there, it's Nabila, and today I am back with a new video. First video of 2017. Whoop, whoop. I've been away for quite some time. I was on holiday with my family and obviously didn't have time and like my own space to just film. Of course, during that time I had so many video ideas and stuff that I wanted to film. But today I'm back with a new video. First of all, Happy New Year's to everyone and happy holidays. I hope you all had a wonderful one with your family and friends. Today is not going to be really a bookish video. It's more of like a personal type of video where I kind of just look back on 2016 and tell you some of my goals for 2017. Some of them are bookish related, but most of them I think are just like personal. So since it's not a bookish video and it is really cold outside, I figured I'd have this on and a cup of tea. Today we're just gonna look back in 2016 and see what are some of my favorite moments of 2016 and some of the things that I learned in 2016. And then we're gonna talk about my 2017 goals. 2016 was a very interesting year. I felt that it was a good year for me, like personally. Of course, there were a lot of things that happened politically weren't very pleasant to say the least, but I had a pretty good year. So here are a few of my favorite moments. This year I got to watch Cursed Child. Like, I didn't even think that I was gonna get it because I queued up online for hours and I couldn't get the tickets. A few weeks before I managed to grab a few tickets thanks to Esther Del Seno. She was selling off her ticket. So me and my sister got to watch Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. We watched the preview shows, but still, I don't think they changed that much anyways. And I even got to meet some of the cast members and it was just so magical. I know there are a lot of criticism regarding the plot itself and I wasn't a big fan of the plot, but when you watch it in theater, it's a whole different vibe. You appreciate it as it is. I just treated it like it was fan fiction and that was like a separate production, and it was beautiful. The way they executed the magical elements was really cool. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Another one of my favorite memories of this year was that I got to watch Pentatonix live. I went to their concert and it was so awesome. I knew they were really great and a cappella and all that. I wasn't sure how they were going to perform live, but they did it so well and it was just I don't even know how to describe it. I was just so happy that I got pretty close as well. I love Pentatonix. I have been a fan of them ever since they were sitting as like on their couch just filming with a low quality-ish camera, and I've always loved them and supported them, and I'm so happy that they're getting more and more popular. By the way, this is not in chronological order, nor is it in like order of any kind. It's just what I can think of at the moment. Another one of my favorite memories of 2016 is the fact that I got to meet some of my favorite authors ever. If you guys watch me ever since the beginning, you would know that I absolutely love and adore Jennifer Niven. I loved All the Right Places. I hold it close to my heart. There are a lot of things in that book that I could relate to and that I could take away from it, and it was really beautiful. I love her writing, and I even loved her new book, Holding Up the Universe. I thought it sent a beautiful message and it's something that a lot of people can relate to. And I met her and she is the absolute sweetest little thing ever. Not little, but she is the absolute sweetest person ever. She's just so sweet and so humble and down to earth, and I love that she interacts with her readers all the time on Twitter and she makes everyone feel special. And I also got to meet my queen, Leigh Bardugo. I also met Rainbow Rowell at the same event, but I was more excited to meet Leigh. She is so funny. Both of them are actually hilarious and it was so great. It was, I think, one of the funniest and I think the best signing that I've ever been to. I mean, like, overall. I very nearly missed my train back home. I met a lot of really cool people. I met Charlie and Maddie and B from Heartful of Books, and they were really sweet and fun to hang out with while waiting to get my book signed. Another one of my favorite memories that is related to books and the bookish community is my bookish day out. This year, myself and a few other members of My Bibliomaniacs. My Bibliomaniacs is a Malaysian bookish community. There are not many bookish communities in Malaysia, especially ones that are catered to young adult, mainly young adult, I guess. And we organize basically a huge meetup in the KLCC park, and it was hectic. It was so hectic, but I had so much fun. I met so many new people. Even though it was really hectic and I was stressed out a few days before and during the event, it was so worth it. I had a lot of people saying that they had a really good time and they made so many new friends. I'm so happy to have been part of that community and organizing that event, and I am so looking forward to organizing this year's event. I kind of forgot to add this bit in, so this is why it sounds a little different than the rest of my video, but I made and met so many new bookish friends this year, and it was really cool to just hang out with them, and I love that books unite people from all over the world, and it's just great. Honestly, without these people, without the love and support of these people, I don't think I'd be doing BookTube, in all honesty. So thank you for everyone who made the time to see me this year, and for making my 2016 a really good one. This year, I also went water rafting for the first time. My dad got addicted to water rafting. So we went like once each week during the summer, and it was just so much fun. One of my childhood friends, they live in the US, they came to Malaysia and we went water rafting together, and we went water blobbing, which was so much fun, and it was very adventurous. And my family and I, because we're such a huge family, there's 7 of us, we don't usually do the adventurous things because there's always someone that is too young. But now that we're all old enough, it was just really cool to do something adventurous, because obviously I'm at the age where I'm like pumped with adrenaline. Honestly, spending time with my family during the summer was some of my favorite moments. You know, distance really does make the heart grow fonder, and so I've missed them so much, and recently I saw them and I had a really great time with them, especially with my sisters. They're some of my best friends, so I'm gonna tear up now. This is really random, but one of my favorite moments of 2016 was finding a house and moving into my own house. I mean, granted, I'm not really paying the rent with my parents, but it makes me feel so grown up, and it makes, I don't know, I like having my own house. I like decorating. I mean, I didn't buy all the furniture, it came with the house, but I like decorating it and making it my own house, and it just made me feel so grown up. I'm adulting. What else happened in 2016? This is gonna sound a little obnoxious, but my birthday was in December. It started off pretty sad. I was really upset because my sister wasn't coming down and she got sick. She lives half an hour away. She goes to a different school. She couldn't come down to visit me, and I was really sad, and I think I was just missing my family, and I was just missing home. A lot of my friends are not in the UK, and I felt really sad at first, and then I Skyped with my mom and my family, and I felt better after that. And my wonderful friends from my BBM gave me a bunch of gifts in this huge box, and I'm gonna do a birthday haul later on and I'll show you all the things that they gave me, but it made me cry so much. There's a video on it because I filmed my reaction, and I didn't expect it. I thought it was just from one of my friends in Malaysia, but it turned out to be from a bunch of people. After that, the day turned really great. I went to go and see my sister instead, and then after that I went out to watch, what did I watch? Yes, I watched Moana. And then 2 days later, my sister organized this surprise dinner thing with a bunch of my friends from over here, and it was really nice, and they gave me this huge 22 balloon, and I've always wanted age balloons because I thought they were so cool and I love taking pictures of them, and she surprised me with that, and it was really sweet. It just made me really grateful to have all these people in my life. And I know sometimes I feel a little lonely and sad. We're getting personal here. Sometimes I feel a little lonely and sad over here because most of my friends are not here. I transferred over here my 3rd year, so I don't quite click with most of my classmates, but it just made me realize that while my friends might not physically be here, they're always there for me, and my family as well, especially my family. So let's just move on to my resolutions. Well, no, not my resolutions. Some of my goals for 2017. First of all, let's get the bookish and booktubish goals out of the way. Last year, I read 42 out of 50 books. Didn't reach my Goodreads goal, and I wasn't gonna change it. I felt like, you know, not lie to myself. So this year, I set my goal to be 45, and hopefully I can read 45 books at least. We'll see. I have so many books in my TBR pile, physical TBR pile, that I just haven't gotten around to, so I'm gonna reduce that as well. I'm gonna make sure that I read 5 books before I treat myself to 1 book. If I want to treat myself to 1 book, it's not like a must. And maybe even unhaul a few things. I want to try to be a little more critical and aware of what I read. I know last year there are a lot of diversity issues that came up. I know I don't really speak up about it, but it's mainly because I'm really worried of putting myself out there and people bashing me, because I know a lot of people sometimes get defensive, especially if their favorite author or their favorite book is being criticized. And sometimes people just argue for the sake of arguing, and I really don't want that. I mean, I don't mind having a fruitful argument, but if it's just like, you suck, or they're just not listening to what I say, it just gets so frustrating. So I don't like really putting myself out there. But I'm going to try to do a little bit more research on it, and then maybe talk a little bit more about the things that matter to me. I mean, obviously diversity matters to me because Muslim, Malaysian, right here. And I have lots of friends from all over the world with different ethnic backgrounds, sexualities, religious beliefs. So I'm all for diversity. And that leads to my next 2017 goal, and that is to put up more quality content on YouTube. Last year, I was focusing more on the quantity of my videos, but this year I really want to focus on the quality. And that doesn't mean camera, video quality type of thing. It means the content, because it's gonna be a long time before I get a new camera. It's so expensive. I want to just improve on my content, and I want to kind of revamp my channel. Last year I set my goal to doing more reviews, or doing reviews at least every month, but this time I'm gonna try to review more of my books, but not necessarily a video review. I'm gonna try to update my Goodreads a little bit more, because sometimes I look back at my ratings and I'm like, why did I enjoy that book, or why did I hate that book? I didn't write a review on it, so obviously I wouldn't know. So this year I want to try to do at least like 1 paragraph reviews for every book that I read. Another goal that I have, this one is a little different and it's kind of scary for me, but I want to try my hand at writing. This year during NaNoWriMo, I was really inspired by everyone that was participating in NaNoWriMo, and I don't really have ideas and I'm not really great at writing, but I want to try my hand at it. I mean, you know, you never know. I've tried before. I wasn't great at it. I'm very critical of myself. But this year I want to try. I want to try to express myself more creatively, and it's not just in writing but in art as well. I used to love art. I'm not very talented, but I had a really fantastic teacher who taught me really well. But now on to my personal goals. Last year I felt was the year that I grew the most, and the year that I realized a lot of things about myself. And this year I really want to try to work on myself even more. My physical well-being and my mental well-being, and learn to be happier. Especially this year, because this is my final semester, and before this, it's really scary to be in your final semester of university, because before this there's always a set plan: preschool, elementary, middle school, high school, university. Back then I always thought it was after university it's a job, but I'm gonna do a gap year after this, because I feel like it's the perfect time to do it. I mean, I have my degree already. I would have had my degree already, and if I start working, I know that after that, you know, I'll get sucked into the working world, and then maybe I'll get married and have kids, and then I'll never have time to focus on myself and just be a little selfish. So I think this would be the perfect time to do it, and I'm really excited to see what I learn and what's to come. It's scary but exciting at the same time. And in addition to working on myself, I want to work on my relationship with God. I just want to learn more about my religion and fall in love with it again. And I think that will make me happier. The last thing is to cross off more stuff on my bucket list. Last year I crossed quite a few, and this year I want to do even more. I want to add more stuff to my bucket list. I want to physically write down my bucket list because I have it all on my phone. Every time I think of one, I just type it in. But I want to have a physical bucket list that I can actually show you. Maybe I'll show you one of these days. And I want to try to cross off more stuff off my bucket list. I don't know, 2017 is a year of mystery. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's to come. But I'm excited and scared at the same time, but I think it's normal. This has been a very personal video, and I don't know if you guys are even gonna watch the entire thing. Share with me some of your favorite memories from 2016 and your goals for 2017. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. It's a pretty long video. I'm gonna try to be more present in the booktube community, and I'll try to respond to your comments as soon as I get them. I'm just so bad at that. Oh god. I hope you guys all had a wonderful 2016, and I hope you have a pretty fantastic 2017. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye! Woo.